training of individuals, teams, and coaches, as well as dealing with professional baseball operations worldwide. He has specialized in the training of volunteer baseball coaches for more than 25 years, advocating and helping youth coaches around the world to better train young players. Cayendo is a strong proponent for a national certification program for volunteers in baseball. He's produced 5 baseball instructional DVDs, Coaching Made Easy, used as a resource by coaches worldwide. He's made presentations in 20 different countries around the world. Cayendo served as the head of the technical committee for the 2009 World Baseball Cup in Europe with 22 nations participating. He also serves on the International Baseball Federation Steering Committee. He served as the director of the Pan American Youth Baseball Association, an organization that represented the United States in the Pan American Baseball Youth Championships. For 8 years, Cayendo served as president of the Pitch and Hit Club of Chicago, a professional baseball organization which supports baseball at all levels and raises funds for worthy causes. He is presently heading up the Great Lakes region for USA Baseball's national team identification program for potential national team players. Congratulations, Peter Cayendo.
If you're wondering why it took me a while to get up here, for Christmas I asked my wife for a gold watch. She gave me 2 titanium hips. But they're doing pretty good. It's been 6 weeks. Thank you to ABCA, first of all, for honoring so many Italians. We're proud of it. We know there's a lot of good Italians in the crowd. We know there's some people that want to be Italian. You're welcome to join the group. We're very proud of it. This is definitely a great honor. It's my first award. There's 1,000 Hall of Fame people in here. It's just overwhelming. There is one exception. It is a great honor, but there's one that was a little bit greater, and that was to be able to wear the USA uniform in 1999 in the Intercontinental Cup and have that, be proud of your country, representing your country. That might have been just a little bit better, but this is just a super, super award. And thank you to the ABCA. I have to thank, obviously, God. He had a plan. I certainly didn't know what the plan was going to be. He did. My parents, they came from Italy in 1951. They did it because they wanted, obviously, my brother and I to have a great career, a great start in a great country. My mom still asks me what I do for a living. And recently, I gave her a list of accomplishments and goals. And both my mom and dad, after I gave them that list, said, "Why don't you add, get a job?" I still don't have a job, as most of you do, if you love the game of baseball. But thank you to Paul Seiler, USA Baseball. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been in Cuba with the pre-Olympic Games, working there again for an American being Cuba, and stand there and wonder, how great our country is and how tough they're struggling. To be in Beijing to meet President Bush, most humble person, was a great experience. Mr. Ficari from the International Baseball Federation, I'd like to thank him. He took a young guy and said, "You're going to be in charge of the technical committee for the World Cup. Professional players, 22 teams, in 7 countries." And I do have to thank him because he had a lot of choices, both him and Paul Seiler. I started my career at Mickey Young Baseball School when I was 15. I met a gentleman there. It was like city meeting country. His name's Dick Birmingham. Many of you know him. Dick's between Vince Lombardi, Greg Landry, and Rodney Dangerfield. When I met him at 15, I didn't know he was going to be my mentor for the rest of my life, like a second dad. And at that time, I remember when I was 15, I said to Dick, "Dick, it looks like you've been coaching baseball since Lincoln was shot." And I thought, there's no way he's going to be my mentor after I told him that. But let me tell you, he opened so many doors for me, and along with the ABC, and I really have to thank Coach Birmingham because he's been like a second dad to me. And trust me, this won't be that much longer. There are a lot of people in the room that I'd like to thank. I'm just going to run through the names. Hall of Fame people that have been there for my whole life. Terry Ayers, Jim Hall, Linda Forte, Mike Pino, Irish O'Reilly from Illinois, and the Pitch and Hit Club. The International Sports Group, who for 25 years have traveled the world educating coaches. Jim Jones, Tom O'Connell, and Bill Larcy, who, when I was in Europe, said to me, son, you need to slow down when you talk because you're going to sound like a car salesman from Chicago. So I still remember that, and I'm trying to slow down. But thank you, Bill. The international coaches here, Georgia Moretti, good friend of mine, Tony Klauberg from Sweden, Enrico Mayorga from Mexico, got to thank him. My friends from around the country who've been like dads to me, Don Landolfi, Bill Percy, Bill Olson, Don Freeman, John Schwartz, Ron Maestri, Jim Lefebvre, Harry Tholen, Dave Barnett. The list goes on. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Finally, the lady that I met in '99, we got married 3 months after that. We got married at a stadium, 7,000 people. It was not my idea. She hates baseball, but she wanted to get married in front of 7,000 people.
And we didn't get married.
My mom and dad are still thinking, you know, they're both hardcore Catholics from the old school, and you know, they wanted to have the traditional Catholic wedding. Well, no, that didn't happen. The Baron, our mascot, was there. The bats were up. Todd Gainke, one of our players, was there. It was a great event, but let me tell you, my wife went through losing her mom at 12 years old. After that, she had no parents. She put herself through the Art Institute, and she's been supporting me for a long time, and God bless you, and I love you, honey. Finally, hope I didn't skip anything. Georgia Moretti, DJ Johnson, good friends, I want to thank you, the award winners, Mr. Kylitz, the ABCA Hall of Fame, the Board of Directors, everybody here, thank you, God bless you, and God bless the USA.